What's up, everyone? Trent here.
Long Julia.
Welcome back to the channel, and we're checking out the deleted scene that got released on the Rataralada website by solving all the riddles.
Yes, for the Batman.
For the Batman, starring Barry Keoghan's Joker. I can't wait to see this interaction. So keen. Let's check it out.
Let's go.
Oh, such an unsettling sound.
Why is it going for so long?
And then silence.
Oh,
God, he's deformed.
chemical birds?
Present. Almost your anniversary, isn't it?
Oh.
There's a serial killer. I want your perspective.
Interesting, he's come to Joker for perspective.
Paper. What makes you think I come so cheap? I thought you'd be curious. You think I could offer this stuff? Don't you?
Yeah.
You have pictures.
I love how he's so clean and Joker's all
It's so
blurry.
faded, but the detail they've gone into it.
Ooh, good laugh.
It's violence. It's so baroque.
And the Riddler's theme in the back.
He likes little puzzles, doesn't he? So meticulous.
Oh, he's
Like he's been planning this his whole life. I know who he is. Oh. Who is he? He's a nobody. Wants to be somebody. The mayor, the commissioner. He's got ambition. You think his motive is political? Oh, no. This is very, very personal. He feels these people have all wronged him. Probably goes way back.
Hannibal Lecter vibes here.
Killed Bull
Yeah.
and stolen lunch money. Why is he writing to me? Maybe he's a fan of yours?
I love the smile.
Smirk
Or
through
maybe
it
he's
all.
got a grudge against you too. Maybe you're the main course. Any theories? Not yet. Really? You're normally so ahead of the curve. But something is different this time. This is very upsetting to you. Let's get back to him.
So I wonder if this takes place after the
You want
parents
so
and
much more
Alfred
fun.
bomb.
We're not here to talk about me. What are you here to talk about? I want to know how he thinks. You know exactly how he thinks. Have you read this file? You two have so much in common. Masked Avengers. So he's even more righteous. Oh, you afraid he makes you look soft? I'm wasting my time.
Oh, love it.
I'll tell you what I really think. I think you don't really care about his motives, whether he loves or hates you.
Perspective.
Somewhere deep down, you're just terrified. Because you're not sure he's wrong, huh?
Ah.
You think they deserved it, huh? You think but he deserves it.
Holy crap! I love that scene so much.
Oh my god.
The different perspectives, the camera angles where Bruce's face is, or Batman in this regard, his face is always clean.
And
But-
crisp. And every time we've seen the Joker, apart from that last 20 seconds, he was just so out of focus, and the
Always
focus
obstructed,
or it was going to different aspects.
distorted perspective. Loved that so much. I do. There are a lot of things to dissect there.
A lot of things.
So, where in the movie does this take place? I haven't looked for any sort of context to see where it takes place. My thoughts are this is after he's discovered that he's going after the Waynes,
Yeah.
or the Waynes are connected.
After the targeting of the Bruce
Alfred
is
Yeah.
in that aspect
Before,
potentially.
when the envelope gets sent
Yes.
to Bruce, I think it's around there. After then, because why would he find it personal per se? Unless again, at that line at the end with the Joker and the corruption, it's leaning towards that you're not disagreeing with him because you're just not disagreeing with him. His motives are similar, seeking vengeance on a corrupt system and terrible people. He's just going about them, and as we said in the review, we're going about them a different way.
I think I'm going to say it, and probably people are going to hate it, but I actually don't think this is a deleted scene as such. I think this is the Rattler marketing campaign and how much detail and meticulous they've gone into this. Now, I have been a sucker for that website.
Like a special bonus?
I think it's bonus aspect where, yes, it can be, it's a deleted scene as such, but I don't ever think this was meant for the movie.
Okay.
This was to titillate us afterwards and give us something to
craving more.
drool over and crave more of.
Well, I'd be interested to see if this gets released in the home cut at all, and where this is placed.
Where that gets placed, and if it gets released in the home cut or if it's an end cut scene, especially for the Blu-ray release, will be really interesting. But I'm calling it. This is just a fantastic marketing campaign.
It really
I
is,
love it.
and I think it's going to keep delivering more and more content after. I like that there was the hint that Joker has had the run-in with Batman before.
Yeah,
it's our anniversary.
Yeah.
So
there's already a relationship forming.
Yes, there's a relationship. Interesting that Batman would go to Joker to get into the mind of someone like Riddler, considering that Joker doesn't really have... He's similar, but he's more chaotic in that, I want to get into the mind of a psychopath. And Joker's one of those people where he could give you one story, but that's only a small crumb of the bigger picture. That's what makes Joker terrifying, is that you never know what he's actually thinking or planning. So it's interesting to have that Clarice and Hannibal Lecter vibe between Batman and Joker, but it also cements their relationship. I actually kind of like that Joker's in this role, because it means that there could be other villains that come to rise, and Joker's kind of he's ever present, and that should always be the fear with Joker. He's ever present. They did it with No Man's Land, where the various villains, which the end of the movie kind of steered towards that after a cataclysmic event. No Man's Land, each villain had their own territory, and Joker was seen as a nomad who just went through and created chaos.
Yeah.
And very much in the New 52, after he had the Dollmaker remove his face, he vanished for a year, presumed dead. But then there was the fear that he could be anyone. Once he reclaimed his face, he could be anyone.
Yeah.
His spectre is always looming over, but it allows for other villains to rise, like Penguin, like Riddler. I mean, we could easily see other people like Two-Face. I mean,
we could easily get Harvey Dent.
Given the makeup for this, I'd love to see how Two-Face looks.
Yes.
Because
that looks very chemically burnt. And the fact that it's not just isolated to his face, it was literally his whole body, his nails, the blistering or scarring going up his hands. That was intense.
Well, in terms of how this looks comics-wise, there was a Frank Quietly cover that got released for Joker 1 last year.
That was a really creepy ass cover.
That had all this scarring and lumps, the Elephant Man vibe that they've got going on. But it's very much like Lee Bermejo's Joker, where it's incredibly big, toothy smile and just hyper detailed. This is a battle worn Joker.
Yes.
But even in the Arkham games, it's very reminiscent to how he looks in the later Arkham games. But I'm just loving the design. I've heard rumblings that people are thinking that it's when he's had his face removed by Dollmaker. It's been reattached somehow, but great theory. But I just love that look. Very, very creepy and reminiscent of Bemejo's art, which I thoroughly enjoy. But I'm loving seeing how we're getting this portrayal of Joker and Bruce without it being the focus, and giving a bit more context as to what the Riddler's motives were. If this was in the movie at any point, I think it would potentially undermine the actual progression.
Yes.
And the shock and surprise that would have come later on when we find the various story beats that come around with especially the Joker and Riddler interaction towards the end of the movie.
Towards the end, I feel that definitely would have taken away from that kind of forming budding friendship, where it kind of turns it a lot more manipulative on the Joker side, which is standard. But I feel like it also would have taken away from the bigger aspects of the Riddler's plan. So the bombs going off, that the scene in the sports arena, I don't think they would have hit as hard with that scene in it. So I'm glad it wasn't.
Yeah, because it did give a couple of clues as to how the story was progressing throughout the clip. But no, I love it. Anyone who I've spoken to knows that this is my favorite live action Batman movie by far. Phantasm still tops it as the best Batman movie though.
Yes.
Come at me. But no, don't come at me, please. Everyone has their own opinions and it's wonderful. But no, I'm super keen to see more of the marketing of this movie and what other scenes get released. But
and what other announcements get announced for like the TV shows as well that are in productions and everything, and how that's going to build, and the world building that is going into this is just spectacular.
Well, Matt Reeves definitely knows what he's doing. He's definitely playing on seemingly a long game.
Yes.
With how he's going to build this universe, so I'm super keen to see how that happens. But anyway, tell us your thoughts on the clip in the comments below. I'm Trent.
I'm Julia.
And as always,
keep it nerdy.